All right, folks, good morning. Let's get started. So, for today, Tuesday, June 4th, we have the following economic data. At 10 a.m. Eastern, we'll have JOLTS job openings, which is a very important report. And then we'll have also factory orders month over month, which is not a major report. At some point today, we'll have RCM TIPP economic optimism, which is also not an important report, and then that's about it. So 10 a.m. is when all the major news comes out for the United States. Taking a look here at the NASDAQ, the QQQ ETF is currently trading lower than where it closed yesterday. Yesterday is the dotted red line. And as far as the action yesterday, it was mostly bearish, but clearly very volatile. We opened up here, closed down here slightly lower, but we did have significant movement downwards first, and then the market recouped some of its losses. Having said that, taking a look at which stocks were performing yesterday, we have Starbucks first, which was able to reach target number 2 to the upside of 81.35 and then trade higher. Topped out at looks like 82.12. Next up, we have Microsoft, MSFT, which was a little rough at first, but we were able to catch it on the move down after it passed target number 1 to the downside of 412. It bottomed out at 408.92, which was just a little bit shy of target number 2 to the downside. Coinbase at first was bullish. It got pretty close to its target number 1 of 239.44 a share, topped out 239.20 and then reversed, but that was a good enough move for us to be able to exploit. CrowdStrike, CRWD, was bearish, consistently moved down, was able to reach a low of 305.11, which was shy of its target number 2 to the downside, but only barely. It went at least 3/4 of the way to its target number 2 to the downside. INTC was able to reach target number 2 to the downside of 30.18, then hit a low of 30.05. Baidu was also bearish, able to reach target number 1 to the downside of 96.14, and then continue downwards to reach 95.02, which was at least 3/4 of the way to its target number 2 to the downside. Tesla was bullish at first. It was able to reach target number 1 to the upside of 181.71, but then it reversed, so we stopped looking at it after that. Only went about 1/4 of the way to target number 2 to the upside, topped out at 182.64, and that was it. So not a massive number of stocks that were great movers, I would say, but we had a lot of good ones, so definitely a day that presented some good opportunities. Looking at the pre-market, here's what we have so far that I can find. We have ANNX, which is currently up 35%, 10.9 million shares, and it's trading at least $1 per share in the pre-market, so we will add that to our pre-market radar for stocks. Symbol again is ANNX. Next up, we have CORZ, CORZ. Currently, that is trading up about 33% on 11.8 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share in the pre-market. So we will go ahead and add CORZ to our pre-market radar as well. Next up, we have FGEN. Currently up 14.6%, 2.9 million shares roughly, and it's at least $1 per share, so we'll add that FGEN to our pre-market radar as well. Next up, we have MLGO, Microalgo, which is currently up 203% on 20.9 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. Looks like it's trading higher because they announced to jointly establish a micro consciousness quantum research center with WIMI. So most likely this will not, this bullishness will not last much into the regular session, but it's up right now. Based on the news, it's probably not a sustainable increase in its price, but we'll find out. Okay, so having said that, that's the four stocks that I see on my radar. If you folks see any other stocks that meet our four criteria, let me know in the chat. And we will look for a NASDAQ listed stock that's at least $1 per share in the pre-market today, has at least achieved 1 million shares of pre-market volume today, and has at least a 6% price change, positive or negative, again, also today. Again, at least $1 per share. So EQ is mentioned. Has currently down 6.8%, 6.4 million shares at least $1 per share. Yep, all qualifies, so we will add that to the pre-market radar. WIMI, that is currently up 15%. Now, it's right on the verge. It's exactly on the edge of what we need, so we can add that at the moment. But if it dips below $1 per share, then before, as we approach the opening bell, then we'll have to ignore it. So WIMI is currently valid. It's trading at or above $1 per share, but right at the cusp. Okay, the volume is valid. The percent change is valid. Just needs to stay above $1. All right. If you folks see any other stocks meeting all four criteria, let me know in the chat. We'll take a look. Again, we're looking for a NASDAQ listed stock that is trading at least $1 per share in the pre-market session, has achieved at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume, and at least a 6% price change, positive or negative as well. So any stocks that meet all four criteria, let me know in the chat. Other than the ones we just named. So here they are in the order that they were identified. All right. So we'll go ahead and wrap up if there are no others. Please be sure to like this video. We have 12 likes, but more than 12 people watching. Please make sure to hit the like button. That greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that way you get notifications when we publish a new video. If anyone ends up watching this on a replay and you haven't seen this live, please be sure to check out fundertrading.com, our website. There will be a link in the description of this video. And for everyone who's part of the coaching program, I will see you there in about 26 minutes. Again, folks, please be sure to hit the like button. It looks like we got 13 likes right now, but more than 13 people are watching. So please be sure to hit that like button. All right, other than that, everyone have a great trading session, and I'll see you for tomorrow's pre-market pulse. Take care.